Hello everybody and welcome to another Train Simulator 2019 video. Today we're going to be having a look at this. No, this is of course not the UV Class 156. This is the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 156. Freshly released. It is a Saturday and I believe it was released today, just a few hours from when I bought it, and now I'm doing the video. So that's fun, right? Right? You can see we've got two variants here. We've got a modern one with sort of LED headlights, and we've got an older style one with filament bulbs for the headlights. So I guess we wanna have a look at this. Sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Idling sounds alright. Actually, I'll keep that off for a second. Let's have a look at the modelling quickly. I can't imagine AP would have cut any corners with this, to be honest. They usually don't. Yeah, that's fine. Horns 3D modelled, beautiful. Oh, look at that on the snowplow. That's pretty decent. Pretty decent. I mean, yeah, pretty good. Lifting points, tacos, speed tacos, cylinders, all descriptions, fuel tanks, brake rigging. Oh no, that's the exhaust, part of the exhaust system, I think. Does this exhaust pipe come from anywhere? That's what I want to know. It kind of does. I'll give them that. They made it look like it actually goes somewhere, rather than most companies that just sort of cut it off here and have done with it. So, yeah. Coach numbers. Yeah. Once again, a decent model from well, I say Armstrong Powerhouse, but actually this isn't Armstrong Powerhouse's model, is it? Of course it isn't. This is Master Key Simulations model. So if we got any good sort of graphics to go by, we're going with Master Key, and we all know how great Master Key are. They made the 450, they made the 460, the 444, you know. So they've done some pretty good stuff in the past. So, you know, you can't really expect much less from them. They've done a good job with this. Some of these could possibly have been child objects, but I will forgive them because they are sort of... They're below the suspension, and they are still legible. That's the thing. They are still legible. I would imagine these are child objects. I mean, you do have to install the branding patch anyway, which I have done. I don't know. Maybe this one's unbranded. It could be. It could quite easily be, because that's got branding, so that suggests it's running fine. Anyway. Oh, yes, interior. Obviously, we'll have a look at the actual passenger view in a second, but... Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. And the door's half open as well. Or half closed, it depends. Are you a pessimist or a, optimist? Depends. They've actually done some 3D modelling on the external cab view as well, which is nice. Yeah, that's pretty decent. I like that. A lot of companies just sort of, like DTG, they just sort of make flat textures and have done with it. But they've put an effort into it. Nice. They've even done all the switches. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. This is the first time I've sat in the cab, so let's have a look around, shall we? I've not read the manual yet. I will probably bring the manual up while we're looking at this to have a look through it. I reckon might be worthwhile. Possibly a little far back for the view, maybe. That's a 170. I'm assuming he's waiting for us. We are currently doing scenario APC 156, Armstrong Powerhouse Class 156, obviously 2 Foxtrot 07, 1949 Warrington Central to Liverpool Lime Street. I guess we'll get going and we'll have a look at the passenger side of things. So I'm guessing it's your bog standard sort of proper startup procedure. Oh yeah, Master Key usually helps, doesn't it? Do that. We're in forwards. I'm gonna bring it back to neutral actually for the second. We're gonna have a quick look and see if there's any switches. That's nice. I like that. That could have been a little more high res, but it's quite a big texture, so that's fair enough. What are we? I think that's our signal, which is 038. So we are 2 Foxtrot 38 standing at 038, right? Registration code Oh, 2 Foxtrot 07. See, I'm forgetting already. Foxtrot 07 standing at 038. 038. Register that. Can we do this? I don't know. You must be able to. Oh, wait, hang on. Maybe that's not us then. Maybe that's that guy next to us. Either way, you're loud. Maybe it is us. I'm confused because the signal's on that side. Oh, look, there we go. So you're supposed to follow us, I guess. We're obviously late because I'm looking at this thing. And I'm going to enjoy this thing. I like how that's all chipped away. Tail lights off, headlights. Is that the correct side? That's the correct side. Marker lights. We don't need the compressor speed up. Hold gear switch. I can't remember what that is. Destination light. Does that activate train effects? No, it doesn't. Let's get going, I guess. And I'll find out how to sort that out in a sec. We want to give this a proper good look through. Any of them function? None of them function. We've got... Ooh. I'm not hearing anything. I don't know. Saloon lights on. We might as well set them now. Actually, we can... There you go. Do you see how we can actually see the change in it? We've got a green signal, so well, we've got a white signal, you know. Yeah, they definitely function as advertised. Flange squirrel. There we go. Oh, we got a lag time between dropping the throttle and the engine cutting out, which is nice. I'm no expert on these trains, so I can't say exactly if something's perfect and if it's not. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Buy 170, enhancement pack 1. I didn't see a 2-car marker, so we're going to stop at this S-car, I guess. I saw a 6, but I didn't see... Oh, all the lights came on as well. Right, okay. Can we do the doors manually? I do not know. I do not know. I would assume... We are probably in, guard-operated mode, whatever you want to call it. We need to see if... Is there a DOO? I can't remember what DOO usually is. Control R or Control O or something. I'm not entirely sure if this train has it, though. Because I do believe... I read somewhere that Armstrong Powerhouse don't add DOO to trains that do not have it. So if this train doesn't run with DOO in real life, it's not going to have it. Clunk. Reply. Brakes off. And let's go. Like I say, we still need to set up this. I'll bring up the manual in a second. What have we got? Really? Really? Is that because I did the DSD? Or because I tried the... Right, C is the DSD. Not the DSD, the guard's buzzer, I mean. Yeah. That's what I mean. Right, we'll get moving from here. I'm liking this though. I'm liking this. Oh, cab light, yes. Cab lights are very laggy, but they do work. It's because they've made them shadowed. Which is fair enough, I guess, but at the same time, you've got to sort of think, really? Shadows? It lags the game. What's this? Cab light switch. So that's where our physical switch for the cab light is then. Saloon lights, fire alarm test. I think we've explored all of the options there. What we got? Wiper, AWS. We'll probably want to turn on the DSD, I would assume. It's not Control Shift D. Hang on. They're not added a sound effect for that. I don't know. None of that works, which is a shame. Let's get some more throttle going. Let's have a look at the passenger view quick. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, now this gets me excited. I like that. They could have put us slightly forward, but you know, whatever. We'll pretend we didn't see that, you know. That looks almost like the Mark II interior to me. It's correct though. It is actually this train. The seat maquette's the wrong livery, but I guess that's kind of fair enough. Would have been nice to have seen that change, but yeah. Tickets. Where we got tickets? Great Yarmouth to Norwich. I'm no expert, but I don't think that is valid on this service. I'm not convinced. Is that a look, Armstrong Powerhouse, Class 37, Volume 1. Plug in their own products. Shameless plug for the win. I like it. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I've got no complaints with that. Licensing and all that. Stops them from using a natural advert. So why not? Why not? Hey, it's a decent picture as well. It's actually a decent advert. It works well. It works well. So yeah, I can live with that. I'm sure we can get patches that can do that kind of thing anyway. I'm sure I could make one. Like I said, I can live with that though. By default. I like the resolution. They've done nicely with this maquette and the carpet on the floor as well. That's nice. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I'm trying to find things wrong with it, but I can't so far actually find anything that I have an issue with, to be honest. Let's bring up the manual then, shall we? Let's search the website manual. How to install, yada yada yada. Technical information. Don't need any of that. We've got a station coming up anyway, so let's stop there and then we can have a look at the manual as we pull away. We'll listen to the brake rub as well, because there's a nice brake rub going on in this train. I'm liking it. I am liking it. That's decent. Yes, that is. I like that. Open the window. Yes. It honestly makes quite a difference. Having some brake rub sound effect. It sounds like you're actually trying to stop the thing. Obviously not all trains have brake rub. If you don't have brake rub, don't add it, sort of thing. That's not what I'm saying, but you know, you can hear the brakes trying to stop the train, and it gives more of the immersion that the actuators are actually moving to clamp down on the wheel to get it to slow down. Nice powerful engine. And the clag. I'd forgotten about the clag. Yes, we got that as well. If I drop it back down again, and then put it back up, whoa, nice, nice. I'm liking this so far. We apparently have wheel slip as well, so we might need to try and, well, wheel slip and wheel slide protection, so we might need to try and get them working in a little while. Where we got? We've got 2.8 miles. Oh, yeah, you got the transmission change, 45 mile an hour. Decent. And the revs change as well. Alright, manufacturer Metro Camel Washwood Heath. 1987 to 89 is their build. 114 of them apparently. 2 cars. Cummins engines. Transmission hydraulic. I didn't realise it was hydraulic. Fair enough. 75 max speed. There's the power station. Looking beautiful as ever. With its Kuju towers. Ha! Oh, and it's Kuju building. I think the entire setup over there is Kuju actually. Apart from maybe these pylons. That's alright. Some of the Kuju stuff is fine. Right, so we've got loads of liveries. BR Provincial, Regional Railways, Northwest, Regional Railways, Central Trains, East Midlands Trains, no longer a thing. Do we have an EMR logo? I don't know if we have an EMR logo yet, though. I'm sure somebody will do that, though. I'm sure that'll be coming out soon. Northern Spirit, First Northwestern, Northern Rail Prototype 1. That's an interesting livery. Northern Rail Prototype 2, Northern Rail Blue, Northern Rail, Arriva Northern, 1, X1, National Express, nice, Greater Anglia. So I was just checking the game. Strathclyde, SPT, ScotRail, and First ScotRail, oh, and Saltire. So you've got a very nice... Oh, we're actually speeding according to the manual, and probably a thing there, yeah. We're actually speeding for the train, so... Let's put a bit of brake on. Bring her down. And let's actually stop braking for the station anyway, for witness. Oh, look at that! The headlights actually start glowing now. Oh, we need to... That probably also means we want to put our night running on then, I would assume. Seeing it is not... I didn't even think of that earlier. It's nice. It's a nice time of day to sort of make a video, because you get, it shows off the lighting effect, but it's not overpowering, or sort of the darkness isn't too great that you can't see anything. You can still see everything within the world. We may overshoot this station slightly. Let's try the emergency brake, see what that's like. We overshot the marker, I think. Okay. We are actually out of the platform, but you know, it's close enough. Sure. What are you talking about? That's a perfect stop. Can't you see how brilliant that stop was? Okay, yeah. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Let's go back to the cab. Sorry, the manual. I was looking at the cab in the manual. Got all the controls. Anything I've overlooked? Of course, you got the Really? Again? Did I tap the platform accidentally? This isn't helping our cause, though. Oh, I didn't change the... Oh, yeah, of course, it's because I was trying to work out how to do the... Let's do a... Let's do a third-person departure, actually. Oh, I like that horn. I do like that horn. Power on a bit. Could do with some passengers. Could do with some passengers inside. I think that was the only thing with the 450 and the 444 though as well, the master key ones. I'm pretty sure they didn't have passengers in the passenger view either. I mean, maybe not the passenger view, because some companies just choose not to for some strange reason. I don't really know why, but if they don't, they don't. I like the hammer though. But it'd be nice to see some people sitting in there in this view. I'd like to see how AP did the see, it doesn't look like the lights are on, but I think they are. Yeah, I'd like to see how they did the Actually, let's hang on. We're gonna do something slightly wrong, but you know, we'll leave all the passengers in the dark for the second. Okay. Decent, nice, okay. We need to full throttle it, don't we now? Yeah, no. I liked how AP did the 142, sorry. They did the 142 where the passengers actually sort of appeared and disappeared as if they were getting on and off. That was quite nice to see. So yeah, the GSMR doesn't appear in the older versions. You get the area code thing I can't remember the name of. This doesn't appear in the old systems as well. We need to find out how to do that still. I will get it. Fan 15. 15 is which one? Oh, you just got to click the fan itself, have you? Unless there's a switch up there somewhere. Oh yeah, we haven't looked at the cab views yet either. Okay, there's. Can we turn it on? Is there an option to turn it on? There's no option to turn it on. Like I said, there's got to be something I'm missing. Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention to the track ahead. That's totally what a driver wants to do. That one doesn't lift up. I know some of these cards lift up. You got different variations as well. One of them lifted. I thought one lifted up. You've got a no multiple sticker, which can go on some of the trains. So I'm assuming that's done by the scenario editor. But basically, no multiple is sort of a sticker on the window, and it means you can't couple up another multiple unit to this end of the train. So you got that. You've also got a coupling cover as well, like a bag that sort of goes over the coupling to protect it. So that probably goes with the no multiple, I would assume. Nice brake squeal at the end. Release the doors. Do we have DOO? Got a buzzer, DRA, destination blind down, destination blind up. Well, that to me that looks like a blind. To me that looks like a blind, which actually functions as a blind. Liverpool. Llandudno, Liverpool. Right, we'll reply to the guard because he probably would have done it. Maybe that doesn't actually have a function in this train then. Or maybe it does. Hang on, there's a picture of it glowing there, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have a function in this variant. Maybe it does. It could just be controller for the announcements. That's the thing. Oh, we've got stuff about the oh, nice. We'll come back to that. They've actually written stuff about the transmission, wheel slip protection, wheel slide simulation, NRN radio. That's the one. That's the one. And GSMR is Global System for Mobile Communications Railway. Automatic numbering, dynamic exhaust. Oh, Control C and Shift C do the clag factor, do they? Let's put that on max then. 10 of 10. We'll look at that in a minute. Again, see if that's made any difference. I'm not sure if it has though. Ah, train effects. For liveries with an LED destination display, it's controlled by the train effect system on the driver window. Yeah. So I would say that this train, it doesn't function on because we have a roller blind, I believe. pretty sure that's a roller blind destination. It sure looks like it, so... That might just be for the announcements then. And the PA system, all that kind of stuff. EMT, no more thing. It's got all the numbers for the destinations in there. I'll let you look through it itself. Coupling procedure. Approach the unit you're going to couple at caution and come to a stop just short of it. Select notch 1 power and ease up to the unit. As soon as you've coupled, apply step 3 brake and return power handle to off. To ensure coupling is secure, you must perform a pull-away test. I like that. I like the pull-away tests. So to do this, select reverse on the reverser, step 1 brake and notch 1 on the power handle for a few seconds. If you do not move, the coupling has been successful. Hold couple button down for 5 seconds. This will couple the units together. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to try that out at some point. We obviously won't be in this video, I would assume, unless we couple at Liverpool, of course, but I doubt it. Hunt's Cross, so we're getting close then, in other words. Stop putting a bit of brake on. Might have been a bit too much, too quick. We've got a speed change, I'm guessing, coming up. I like the AWS Sunflower as well. Is there a speed change, or is that just a permanent magnet? I don't know. Well, unless the signal's broken, of course. I actually thought the brake was off, that's why I went into step 3. I didn't mean to put it in step 3. Intentionally. We haven't got long until the next station either, have we? So I'm going to whack it into notch 7 in a minute when we depart from here and see if it slips or not. There you go. See, we got Metro, not Metro, Merseyrail signage now. So we're entering Merseyrail land. I thought they all lit up, but apparently not. I might be missing something though. I could be missing something. Let's go back to the transmission then. Find out how the transmission works, shall we? Because that seems quite interesting. It seems quite a good thing to talk about as well. Right. Voice T211R hydraulic transmission. Great care has been taken recreating the characteristics of the 2-stage hydraulic transmission used in the unit. Stage 1 torque converter. When accelerating for a standing start, the engine revs up and oil fills the torque converter, which allows acceleration to take place. Okay, so it's oil based then. Let's see if we can get any slide. We might not though, although it is an autumn scenario, so I would have thought we'd get a bit. A lot of lag. No? You're not going to slide for me? Or slip, sorry. It's not going to slip for me, that's a shame. Let's ease it off a bit. Bring it up to speed a bit more naturally. Back to the transmission. There's a 2 second or so delay between the engine revving up and the oil filling the converter, which is why the units don't accelerate as soon as the power is applied, and causes a distinctive initial surge of RPM before the engine settles. Okay, so it's where the oil's filling up. It just over revs and then it runs back down because it's now full and it knows what it's doing. Okay. This also explains why you don't get the same initial surge of RPM when powering up from notch 1 instead of off, as the converter is already filled with oil. Yes, I would assume it would be. During the first stage, the RPM is directly controlled via the notch selected by the power handle. Please note that all second generations DMU of the class 156... hang on, one sec. Let me sort this station out first. And then I'll go back to that. Because we're getting close. We're getting close to Liverpool, to be honest. And I wanna read through this manual. So yeah, I would say the train effects doesn't actually function for this train because actually I wonder if the end. Oh, it did. Oh, I'm slightly annoyed about that. I'm slightly upset that the rear destination display also changed. Because if it's a roller shutter, or sorry, if it's a roller blind, then technically only one end should change. I would have thought, unless there's some kind of modernized system in these ones. As it is Northern, it could have had some kind of system put in that changes both. But I would have thought that only one end would change on these things in real life. Right, release the doors. Right, transmission. Please note that of all the second generation DMUs, the class 156 is unique for having an additional 2-second delay when selecting notch 4 from off. It's important to be aware of this so you don't release the brakes too early and roll back. Okay. Sorry. Right, second stage fluid coupling. At 45 miles an hour, which is what I was saying about earlier, the oil transfers from the torque converter to the fluid coupling, which results in a reduction of engine RPM. During this stage, the engine RPM is directly proportional to the speed of the train, which means that RPM will stay the same regardless of which notch is selected on the power handle. Let's get going. Where was I? All that varies is the load being replaced on the engine. As the speed increases, then you will gradually hear the engine RPM rise in sync. The unit will stay in the second stage until the speed drops below 35 miles per hour. At this point, the transmission reverts back to its first stage. Okay, then. That's quite good, then. I quite like that. They've taken the time and thought about how does this thing actually function in real life. So yeah, we've got. I've not noticed too much really of the delay yet. I've obviously noticed the delay of the oil draining, because it carries on accelerating as it drains the oil, and then it drops. So there you go. Yeah, I see the delay now. It takes a while for the engine. I put it in. It sits idle for about a second. It then starts revving up a bit, and then you get a speed kick in, which is good. I like that. They've obviously looked at these trains, spoken to like the maintainers and drivers, and how do these things actually function and why. And they've put together that document to say, this is what it is. We've put this in the game, and this is why we've actually done this. Rather than just sort of adding it and people thinking, why is there a random delay for no reason, for people who don't understand. Like me, because I've got no idea how these things work in real life. As you can probably tell. I just know they're diesel powered and they move, sort of thing. I didn't realise they were hydraulic, to be honest. I thought they would sort of been, well, I don't really know, to be honest. Not diesel electric, because DMUs don't generally tend to be diesel electric. But I guess diesel hydraulic makes sense, to be honest, to me. I can see how that would be beneficial. .319's up there, that's probably the AP ones. Yep, I would assume so. That's an interesting livery. Northern Electrics. Okay. Fair enough. Drop the revs back down again. You can really hear the brake rub. Yeah, you can hear the brake rub. And the flange squeal kicks in. Nice. There's our 20 limit. You are probably waiting for us, because I am about 5 minutes late because of that starting, having a look around. So I apologise to you, but at the same time, this was never about doing the scenario on time. This was just about having a look at the train. Of course, if we had done the scenario on time, then great. But if we didn't, then I wasn't too bothered. So you'll probably pull away in a second. There you go. Have fun going to Crewe and Birmingham and all them places. There we go. Are we under the shelter, actually? Oh, no, we're not. It doesn't matter because it's not raining anyway, but whatever. I've not seen any 2-car markers, I don't think. I might have missed them. Yeah, I'm pleased with how they've implemented that. We all know what wheel slip and wheel side protection is. When the wheels start to slip, it cuts out either the brake or the engine, depending on what's going on. Cold start procedure, we won't read through that, because I'm sure you can have a look through when you actually need to do one. Coupling procedure, we read through. Bits and bobs, right. The guard's buzzer is inactive when the doors are open. This is to prevent the driver incorrectly giving the right-of-way buzzer. Okay, we'll try that at the next station then. We'll make sure that actually functions as it should. Reverser must be placed in neutral to start the engine. Power cannot be applied if the brake handle is in step 2, 3 or emergency. If the emergency brake applies, power can only be regained by placing the reverse into neutral, brake handle into emergency, and the power handle in off. Yeah, like so standard sort of procedure after emergency brake reset. If the brake handle is placed in step 2 or 3 or emergency while powering, the power will be lost. What's that? 319. Okay, so if we... Oh yeah, it cuts out. Okay, and if we release it, is it going to come back? Or do we have to... We obviously have to do that to get it to come back then. Yes? No? Maybe so? There you go. You've got to obviously have a bit of a gap, a bit of a break then. I guess we can just slap it into 7 now, probably. The 1 second delay between the AWS. Headlights only provide illumination before sunrise and after sunset. Yeah, that's fine. Although in some ways, I think I'm a bit half and half on this thing. I can see where they're going with it, and it's a good idea. But at the same time, should it not glow all the time? Because it does glow in real life. However, again, going back to saying that why it's a good thing, it doesn't glow quite as harshly in the day as it does in train sim, sort of thing. So there's good and bad in both arguments, I think. The problem is if you go into a tunnel, then you can't see anything because you've got no light, no physical glow, and it does look odd sometimes if you don't have a glow. But again, like I said, some situations it works. It looks better. So I can see both sides to the argument. So I'm a bit half and half on that one, to be honest. That will do. That will do. There's nobody up the end of the platform. They can walk a little further. They need exercise, right? Oh, and old and new style door alarms on relevant liveries. Okay. Oh no, that's the closing door. So that's the alarm. Oh, we didn't try the guard buzzer, did we? We'll do it at the next station then, if I remember. Send up a cab. We've already done that. Turn on the marker lights. You can use the You can use the controls. I'm not going to go through the controls because I prefer to do it manually with the switches. I like doing it with the switches. It makes you feel like you're setting up the train more. Driving guide. Press C for the guard buzzer. Move brake handle. Notch 3, yeah. Okay, so that's, I was right assuming it would probably be notch 3 accelerate. Let the engine know. After a couple of seconds, move the brake handle into release. Oh, so you're actually supposed to start off by having your brake handle in notch 1, and then put that into 3, and then let it rev up before taking the brake off. Does that make sense? Which makes sense. It stops and rollback, but at the same time, you're also powering through braking. So that's good and bad in both. Apply power when see fit. Return power handle to off. Recommended only use full service as a last resort to ensure the brake force is available. Yeah. Well, that's what I try and do anyway. It doesn't always work like that, but usually I try and just use the brake as the emergency brake. Well, full service as a last resort, like it says. I will probably have to use it here, actually. Yeah. I left it a bit late then. But try and come out of it, because it's a bit harsh, really, full service. You want to stay between step 1 and 2, really, if you can. I might have been able to do it without it there, but it looked like I would need it. I think the marker's about here-ish. Doors. Right, doors are open. Oh, it's definitely deactive. It's definitely not active. And the door was closed. Yeah, aim to come to a stop in step 1 to make it smooth. Yeah, I try that as well, but it does. Again, it doesn't always work out. Really, this is going to be one of them trains, is it? That likes the doors like to pop open for. Unless there's a feature, but I've not seen it in the manual, and I would have thought something like that would be in bits and bobs. And then you've got, right underneath it, you've got a load of, about the bag. The wheel slip tacho on the side. All the setup, scenario setup stuff. And then you've got your 6 scenarios. Which, like I say, we are doing APC156 to Foxtrot 07, 1949 Warrington Central to Liverpool Lime Street. Which is, of course, in the ex-Northern Rail livery. As we can see here. I'm enjoying the scenario. I was tempted to do the 35-minute one on the Wherry lines, but I decided against it in the end because everybody's probably going to use the Wherry lines to show this thing off. So we use Northern Rail because why not? It's a little bit longer as well. So if you like this train and you like my voice, I don't know why you'd like my voice, but whatever. You might be weird. Then this is a scenario for you and a video. And then we've got 1 livery. So what have we got? We got 3 scenarios on this route in Regional Railways Northern Arriva Northern Spirit livery. I think it's called Northern Spirit. And we've also got 1 livery, EMT livery, and Greater Anglia livery on the Wherry lines. So you can feel free to fill your boots with them scenarios. And like I said, with everything else, I'm sure the community will very quickly produce some scenarios for this pack. There's quite possibly some people who've already released it as I speak, because if you've made a scenario with the old 156 in preparation for this one, then it might work. You might need to do a bit of retimetabling, because the physics are different and all that, but on the most part, you should be alright. Let's go back in here, because I think this is my favourite view, actually, on this train. I really enjoy this view. This is really nice. And there's a transmission change. See the revs drop? And now they're rising again to go with the speed I'm doing. Yeah, so if I go into notch 1, yeah, it doesn't matter what the revs are still the same. Even though I've not got the power, which is weird. But, you know, whatever. That's how this train works. That's how this train works. Let's start slowing down. The door's non-existent, actually, I think. I was going to say it's slightly open, but that's actually the door into the cab. I think the door is non-existent on this train. In the passenger view. The door into the passenger view on the passenger view is not in the passenger view, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to overcomplicate things now. I'm just going to shut up for a second and listen to this. Not that there's that much to listen to. There's a Pendolino there, though. Which is always nice. Cool, fair enough. .319 on that mysterious route that I've got literally no idea where it goes, but whatever. I'm sure we'll have it one day on Train Sim, and we'll get to find out. We should be still in oh no, it's 35, isn't it? Not 25. That second stage. .170. First Trans-Pennine. I'm guessing that's because there's no official 158. Obviously Jake's 158 is looking pretty good. I've not been able to get that to install though, unfortunately. I've never been able to get that to install, so 158, not 158, sorry. 185. I think it's a 185. Yeah, it's a 185, isn't it? I've never been able to get that to install, unfortunately, so you know. Edge Hill. There's a ramp somewhere, so I don't want to go all the way up. That's not bad. Notch 1 is slow to stop, to say the least. I don't know where the markers are. Of course. There are no markers. Okay. Fair enough. Oof. Nice. I like that. Cool. Not that it's got anything to do with AP, of course, but that needs some texture, mate. Thank you. Ooh, I like that. Metro Camel. Actually, no, we need to do it properly. Notch 3. Off. Like that, apparently. To stop rollback, I guess. Nice. I guess pricing is something we've not talked about yet, so let's go into that. So the price of this pack at its standard price upon release. Obviously it may have some discount in the future, but the price of this pack is $24.99. $24.99, guys. I'm trying to make a judgment, to be honest. It's the same price as a 37 pack. And as much as I think I am prepared to pay for that, it is a very nice train. I reckon this would have been more appropriately priced at £20. Why do I think that? I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe it's just because you're not getting the route that you would from Dovetail Games. Of course, you're getting a much better train though, with the AP sounds. And to be honest, if you buy sort of a train I don't know, 455, we'll say. If you buy the 455, you're going to want to get the sound pack for it. So by the time you bought the sound pack for it, you've probably spent a good 20 quid-ish anyway. And then you've got the extra features of this anyway. So, thinking about it like that, 25 quid. Oh, tab to obtain permission to pass. Okay, we'll wait until we get a bit closer to the signal before we do that then. So yeah, once you've bought that, you're probably not getting a very bad deal for this. I think what it is for a train, 25 quid just seems a little much, if I'm honest. Let's do it now. I can't help but think that there could have been... It could have been a little cheaper. Having said that, it is a brand new model. It is brand new sounds. It is brand new scripting. You know, this train has no relevance to the UV 150 whatsoever. It is an entirely new thing. So... it probably is justified by the work involved, because like you can tell, you can just tell the amount of sheer work by both Master Key and AP that have gone into this. AP are doing a lot of contracting out of modelling now, I've noticed, because the 365, the Connex one isn't theirs. Now I've got nothing against that whatsoever. I think that's fine, and I like to see different companies working together to produce better products than what they would have otherwise. And I do think that this Master Key simulation modelling is probably better than what AP have produced in the past. I think it's definitely better than the wagons. The 37 may be a contender. And the 319. 37 and the 319 are probably the only contenders on the modelling side of things. Sound effects, you know, you're going to get good sound effects from AP. That's what we've come to expect and come to know and love about AP. So, and the features, again, same story. We've come to learn, to know and love all the features that AP are definitely going to put into pretty much every one of their packs. So... these guys are unstoppable. But of course, there's things here and there that are a bit, you know. I'm not going to fanboy on AP, but at the same time, they do produce some decent stuff, and you can't deny that they've done a good job with this, along with Master Key simulations. So I do think that 25 quid is a justified price for this pack. But I would like to have seen it sold for 20 quid, to be honest. Because I think £25 is a lot of money to go in once on a digital product that, you know, you don't get anything physical out of. And you don't get... You only get the train, you have to buy the routes separately. So when you add all the requirements of the scenarios, it amounts to quite a lot of money. Having said that, again, just the basis of the train... I think they are just about justified. The only other thing I would like to say about AP's pricing is that I think they're getting a bit cheeky with it now. As much as maybe the 25 quid is alright for this, the last pack they've done was 25 quid. The next pack they've done is probably going to be 25 quid. Are we starting to get a bit out of hand? Are we starting to get a little bit like the model railway community in the fact that stuff's just going to keep shooting up and shooting up? Because you've got to remember that I don't know about majority, but a large percentage of the players of this game are under 18. They don't have jobs, so they can't afford to go out and buy the latest and greatest AP products. Are they killing their market? I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. Have your opinions, please. So, yeah, I'd love to hear what you've got to say about on that matter. Like I say, I do think 25 quid is worth it for this product. I think really it's worth it for the 37 as well. I know I had a few reservations on the 37. Just sort of because it was the first one they've done at this price. I just don't want them to start getting greedy, as it were, and think they can charge silly amounts of money for absolutely everything. Because that's not going to end well in the long run, is it? I don't think it will, at least. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this first look at the Armstrong Powerhouse and Master Key Simulations Class 156. Let me know of your thoughts in the comments if you do have any thoughts of anything I've said. Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you think? What do you think? They're definitely upping their game, AP, I think. I think this proves that they're out there, they're a serious competitor, and they want to do the best they can for the community. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!